fell asleep in the hot tub and the heat pump broke. Water went down to 58 degrees. I can't get my core temperature back up.
Your core temperature?
Here, feel my hand. Yeah, feel.
This son of a bitch is ice cold.
Welcome to Seincast, you bastards! Retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie, and this son of a bitch is Matt.
Where are we recording from?
40,000 feet above your head, you bastards!
God.
No, oh God. Great.
Are we gonna keep this up the whole show?
No, it's too hard.
All right. How you doing?
Did you see how my dialect changed from the southern back to my normal?
It's amazing.
That quick.
Got a regular Mel Blanc over here.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. It feels like I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. Gosh, we recorded last week's episode a bit early, but we're back in the saddle again to record a fantastic episode. But I thought we could start off this week with a little bit of news.
Hey, I got news for you. Great news.
All right, I got news. You ready?
I think it was around this time last year we announced Jerry would be doing this, was it residency? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Residency at the Beacon Theater in New York City.
I remember we tried to get tickets.
Yeah, right, and we might have another chance here. He extended his stay at the Beacon Theater through 2017. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, we could go see Jerry at the Beacon Theater, and any listeners in the Northeast have a chance to see him. We'll include a link in our show notes with some upcoming dates. Also, huge news for our Australian listeners. Jerry is heading down under for the first time in 20 years, August 4th to the 11th in, Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Sydney. And, while this is exciting for our listeners and fans in Australia, there's been a lot of criticism. Some would even say outrage over the ticket sales. They apparently sold out instantly. A lot of people were unable to buy anything. They were shut out. And then a lot of these tickets showed up on other sites, double, triple the price.
Yeah, I wish we had a fast-talking lawyer to take on this case.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous, the prices of these tickets here. And I know Jerry's usually run pretty high, like $150 a pop. And that's to get them via the ticket vendor. But then they end up on these sites like StubHub and Vivid for like 2-3 times the price, which is absurd.
Yeah.
And I really wish that more musicians and comedians and artists in general would take the route of Louis C.K., where I think he still does this, but he sells tickets through his site directly, and they're $50 flat for every seat in the house. And if he sees that you are trying to sell them for above the face value, he will void those tickets, no questions asked. And I really wish other artists would follow suit, because we all love to see Jerry, but it's becoming increasingly difficult each year to try and see him.
Yeah, I really don't know how I feel about this. I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should in this situation.
He can charge what he wants. He earned it. He's this brilliant comedian that we all love, but the little guy, it's kind of hard to get in there. Honestly, I think the bigger issue is the way tickets are sold.
Sure.
Because even though they make those those little screen things to block out the bots from getting at tickets.
It's like, I'm not a robot.
Exactly. You're totally a robot. The people still get them, and then they end up going to the scat people who want to resell the tickets for a higher price than what they paid. And it's just unfair. Because I think a lot of people would go and want face value to go.
Mm-hmm, for sure. So our heart goes out to all of our Australian listeners who can't make it to the show. But those of you that have tickets, please let us know how the shows went. We'd love to hear if Jerry has some, I don't know, Australian material.
Does he do a joke about a kangaroo?
Oh, boy. Anyways, in lighter news, Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 9 started filming this past, I think, Wednesday. November 9th was the official start date. This is very exciting. I know some of our listeners still haven't given Curb a chance. In fact, we've heard from a few listeners that have given it a chance and don't like it.
Hated it, which is okay.
Totally. I mean, I think
Still love you.
It's like this. If you love Seinfeld, I think it's very likely you'll like Curb. If you love Curb, you'll love Seinfeld.
Yeah, the transitive properties are not quite all there. Yeah, it's more likely that if you like Curb, you'll love Seinfeld. But I think most people start from Seinfeld, migrate to Curb. But I think it's hit or miss, though, because my parents, not big Curb fans.
Really?
Yeah, because there's too much arguing, too much yelling, and it's become this thing now of, setup, argument, Larry's the asshole, dun, 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 dun. So it's kind of proceeded to that. But I still love it, and I look forward to it every year.
The new national anthem, right?
Oh, yes.
Well, HBO posted a video sort of promoting the new season of JB Smoove outside of Larry David's trailer on the street somewhere in LA. And here we have a clip.
Hey, it's JB Smoove. First day shooting on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Woo, your boy Leon Black is back, baby. Hey, Larry! Everybody's out here, man. It's been 5 years. Everybody cannot wait for the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Bring your ass out, Larry. Come on, let's get to work, baby. Larry! Larry! Come on out, baby. It's been a long wait. I know you all guys are anticipating an amazing season. Larry, bring your ass outside. Come on, Larry. It's been 5 years, man. People miss you. They miss the show. Everybody's waiting, man. Hey, Larry, man, if you don't come outside, I'm going to do this whole season by myself. And don't think I can't do it. Larry. Okay? Hey, get them goddamn cameras ready. Here comes JB. Woo!
Man, JB Smoove is just awesome. I adore him. He's got such a unique way of speaking, his draw, and I think I don't know how to describe it, but Larry, get your ass out here. And nobody else would talk to Larry David like that. I think it's great.
He really has become like Larry's sidekick on the show.
He's the George to his Jerry.
Right. Yeah, fantastic. And I'm so glad we got to see him live years ago. This was even before, I think, season 7.
I mean, we saw him because he was Leon from Curb, but I think it was maybe after just one season, but we were so excited to see somebody from the Curb.
For sure. Even Cassie David, Larry David's daughter, posted a behind-the-scenes photo on Instagram. It's of a director's chair, kind of a pompous look, with Curb Your Enthusiasm embroidered on the back. So
see, now that I care for.
Yeah, Cassie David is, I think, an interesting person to follow on Instagram because I'd say 1 out of 15 photos has Larry in it.
She's really become his unofficial social media guru. You can get a little peek into what Larry's doing by following his daughter on Instagram.
The best photo she ever posted was when Larry was taking her to all of the Civil War battlefields.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just, like an April Ludgate just staring at the camera. And Larry's posing with this huge cannon.
And it's like he's trying to start the cannon.
Yeah.
Set it off.
But apparently some other Curb Your Enthusiasm cast members posted photos from the set. I don't have those at the moment, but I'm sure if you look up Jeff Garlin and Cheryl Hines, you can see some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Well, this is very exciting.
It is. When do you think it'll be back exactly? I think it's slated for 2017.
I would think summer of 2017, maybe.
Sounds about right. So one of our listeners, Lewis Krell, who we met at the Brooklyn Cyclones game, Vinny, he sent us an article that he wrote about 3 potential Curb Season 9 storylines for Huffington Post. It's a great little article. We'll include a link in our show notes. Everyone should check it out, especially if you like, theorizing, just, having fun with what could Larry be up to in Season 9. He has one storyline on there about a possible child that Larry had that he didn't know about.
Oh,
which I think is fantastic. I'll leave it at that.
It's like a 8-year-old bald kid with glasses.
It's actually someone we've already met on the show. So everyone should check out the link in our show notes. Great article, Lewis. Thanks a lot for sending it our way. Vinny, if listeners want to send us their thoughts on this week's episode or an upcoming episode, how can they do that?
They can email us at seincast@gmail.com, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and now they can leave us a voicemail at Coco Bosco, 262-622-6726.
Right on. Vinny, what episode do we have this week?
We are discussing the 5th episode of Season 7, The Hot Tub, written by Greg Cavett and Andy Robin, directed by Andy Ackerman, and it originally aired October 19th, 1995.
I've been looking forward to this episode for a long time.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, this is a good one. Let's talk real quick just about Andy Robin and Greg Cavett. Andy Robin has already written 2 episodes, solo writing credits on The Junior Mint and The Barber. But then he started teaming up with Greg Cavett on last season's The Jimmy. So they have worked together. Then you got The Hot Tub. The rest of the season you have The Caddy and The Bottle Deposit. And then you have The Fatigues, The Comeback, The Nap. They teamed up with more writers on The Slicer, The Frogger, and The Puerto Rican Day. So some real heavy hitters. I mean, Andy Robin just delivering some fantastic episodes.
So far, Andy Robin is 2 for 2, and Greg Cavett and Andy Robin are 1 for 1 in me enjoying their Seinfeld episodes. So keep them coming.
We don't really have any trivia to discuss here at the top, so I thought we could play some voicemails before we get started. If you have ever thought about leaving a voicemail on our show, here's an example of one you could leave.
Matt, Vinny, it's Jordan. John Paul's missing. He's alone in the city. Call me back.
Oh, I like that. That was very topical for this particular episode. It had a little bit of a Frank Costanza delivery to it, so I think he was channeling his inner Frank, but job well done.
That's an example of a voicemail you could leave us, or you can leave us some trivia, like our next listener here, Avi, left.
Hey, Vinny and Matt. In the hot tub episode, they showed the facade, the exterior shot of my grandfather's hotel. You know, when they bring John Paul to sleep in the hotel because Jerry doesn't trust Elaine to wake him up. So that hotel, of course, the interior is not the hotel, but they used the exterior shots as my grandfather's hotel. It was then called the Bedford. That's my connection to the Seinfeld universe, I suppose. Okay, bye.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Anytime a listener has a connection to, I don't know, a person that was on Seinfeld or a location.
He may have talked to the wake up guy.
What was that wake up guy like?
Any listeners, any connection to an episode, please send it in because I revel in that stuff.
For sure. But our third voicemail here comes from listener Rose in Portland, Oregon. She has 2 fantastic questions in here that I can't wait to discuss with you, Vinny.
Hey, fellas. This is Rose calling from Oregon. I just wanted to leave a comment about the next episode, which is my favorite episode of this season, The Hot Tub. I have 2 things I want to say about the episode. First, is something that always bothered me was Jerry seemed so concerned about Jean Paul getting to his race on time that he, wanted to take over the whole thing and make sure he got there on time. And it seems like he wanted to do it because he truly cared about Jean Paul succeeding. But I think it was, of course, because the Seinfeld characters are selfish, awful people, pretty much, I think, in the end. It was more because Jerry wanted to prove that he was more responsible than Elaine, and he didn't really care about Jean Paul. And the reason why I feel about this is that when Jerry screws up the hotel reservation and has to go back and sleep at his apartment, if he cared about Jean Paul getting a good night's sleep, why did he make him sleep on the couch? And why not Jerry offer his own bed to Jean Paul to make sure he had a good night's sleep, he was comfortable and well rested, and not cramped on a couch? I mean, after all, this is the same man who allowed Newman to take a nap on his bed, but he wouldn't allow Jean Paul to sleep in his bed. I found that to be really messed up, and Jerry was a jerk for that. And then the second point was, I always felt like this episode did have a double dipper, and I wonder if you feel it too. In the hotel room, when Jerry calls the wake-up guy, his voice sounds really similar to season 4, the airport episode. the flight attendant, Jim J. Bullock. I always felt it was the same. It was Jim J. Bullock's voice over the phone, because when he says, "Are you through?" and when he tells Elaine, "Are you sure?" when she asks about a meal, they sound exactly the same, although he's not credited. So I was wondering if that is a double dipper, if you know more information than I do. All right, thanks, guys. I'm going to go and finish listening to some adult contempo. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Boy, that Rose is a delicate flower. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
I knew where she was going with her argument immediately, that she was going to look to the Jerry not offering his bed to Jean-Paul. And I agree with her. Why wouldn't he offer his bed?
It reminded me of the, was it the Doodle, when Jerry's apartment was fumigated? So he has his parents go to the plaza.
Plaza. Yeah.
Plaza. Why not have them stay at Elaine's, and Elaine gets the Plaza Hotel?
Oh, right, of course.
You know, just, I don't know. Not exactly the same, but yeah. What do you think was going through Jerry's head? Is he, trying to be a nice guy, but it's ironic he's really just thinking about himself the whole time?
I thought initially Jerry was considering it to be a little familiar to have another man be sleeping in his bed. And I thought Newman slept there without asking permission. Didn't Kramer inform him?
That's true.
Keep it down. Newman's taking a nap in your bed. So I think Jerry didn't have a say in the matter, and the damage was already done. Mm-hmm. So he probably was going to burn those sheets anyway. But he had the choice. And I'm sure he had those Playboys still lying about strewn across the bed that he didn't want to be embarrassed by by Jean-Paul seeing them. Mm-hmm. And you could also say, not only, Rose said that they're despicable people, they like seeing harm befall other people. I think he also wanted to kind of one-up Elaine in that she screwed up and failed Jean-Paul, and then she would be able to hold it over her by providing Jean-Paul with success.
Yeah, Jerry's motivation this week is interesting. Is he doing it to help Jean-Paul? Is he doing it to one-up Elaine? Like, really, where is he coming from here? Mm-hmm. I don't think he has a history, really, with alarm clocks or, missing out on something because he overslept.
But Elaine does.
Oh, for sure. Now, in regards to Rose's other question about that voice on the phone, the wake-up guy at the Bedford Hotel, she thought it was the actor from the airport. What's his name again?
Jim J. Bullock.
Jim J. Bullock. Oh, J.J. Bullock. She theorized if that was the voice, could he be a double dipper? You're close, Rose. It wasn't that actor, but it was a different double dipper. The voice on the phone is actually an actor named Zach Pfeiffer, who we haven't seen appear on Seinfeld yet. We will see him in The Wigmaster. He plays Bob, the guy that works at the Andover shop.
We have too many Nicole Millers as it is.
Mm-hmm. Also, you already said Spite. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Now, what's kind of cool is there was a alternate ending to the Diplomats Club where George is working in the ticket booth at Yankee Stadium, mm-hmm. and these customers are coming up to get their tickets, and one of the guys is Zach Pfeiffer. Mm-hmm. So he was someone that just kind of was used for, his voice.
He was there for them.
Right. So he has been on Seinfeld before, technically, but we won't see him officially until The Wigmaster.
And his only credit is going to be The Wigmaster. There's no credit for who the voice is on the phone there.
Mm-hmm. But I love, just going back to last week's episode, The Wink, I love how you connected the whole wake-up service to this episode. Mm-hmm. I never made that connection.
It feels like the first 4 or 5 episodes of the season all have little, and there's going to be little references to previous episodes in season 7, which is great. So it's this ongoing saga. But yes, we saw last week that Elaine, in her tardiness, was responsible. She had some feet in his face. Was responsible for James, the wake-up guy, missing his 6:30 calls, which ended up getting himself, in trouble, as well as Mr. Morgan lost the job. So now that's going to translate to George's storyline this week. It's going to translate to Elaine and Jerry's, and anybody else? Am I forgetting somebody?
Well, you need some connective tissue, I think plot-wise, but these 2 episodes, The Wink and The Hot Tub, would work somewhat well as a two-parter.
Two-parter.
But I don't think there's enough tissue there, really, to connect them.
there's tissue.
Okay. Should we get started?
Yeah.
I always feel bad for the silver medal winner in the Olympics. I mean, how do you live with that the rest of your life? People are going to keep asking you, how much did you lose by? I don't even know. It was like, no. Like, no. It was like, no. That was it. I trained, I worked out, I exercised, I did everything. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups. I never did anything but exercise and work out for 20 years. I flew halfway around the world. The guy shot the gun. That was it. It was a photo finish. Silver, gold. If I had a pimple, I would have won.
So, I think there's a reason we're getting stand-up this week. This is one of Jerry's original classic pieces of material, and one of his best bits of all time, I would argue. Mm-hmm. And this is from I'm Telling You for the Last Time. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, so apologies for the repetition. But if you listen to that record, and then you listen to this, there's a little, like, the words are the same. It's the same bit, but there's a little bit more tacked on at the beginning and then the end, and the cadence is a little bit different in where he places emphasis. So it's kind of cool to see where on that particular night Jerry was feeling to you, where to put the emphasis.
Does he kind of stretch it out a bit and, play with the audience? Because, you're sort of limited for time here.
True. The way he says, if I had a pimple, I would have won. He changes that up, I remember. Mm-hmm. And he talks about more, and I believe how much he enjoys the Olympics, us competing on a grand scale. Maybe that is one of the reasons he felt motivated to help out Jean-Paul. That could be another reason, too. But listen to that record, people. Yeah,
I'm Telling You for the Last Time so well, and I've only listened to it like a handful of times. I don't know what it is, but there's certain bits of stand-up on the show Seinfeld. I'm like, I love this stand-up. It's always on that album. Like, you can tell his original material versus the stuff that was created for the show.
He's got it down so well, and it's so, ingrained. Oh, here's an example. He goes, in that stand-up we just heard, I never did anything but exercise and work out for 20 years. I flew halfway around the world. But in the record, he's like, I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs, I was doing exercise since I was a fetus. So he throws in little things like that, which just makes it even better.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites. All right, first scene of the episode, we are at Monk's. Jerry, George, and Elaine are out to eat. Jerry is reading out of a little J. Peterman catalog.
I packed my rod and reel. 30 hours later, lost in the fjord. A welcoming smile. Thank God she spotted the epaulets on my Norwegian ice fishing vest.
So I thought it'd be kind of fun to keep track of the J. Peterman products we hear on the show.
I think that is a fantastic idea, Matthew.
That's not practical. I think to keep track of them, they have to have a name. It can't just be a shoe or a shirt.
Washcloth. Yeah, it can't be like
no
that.
washcloths.
It has to have something, where it's from, or a squink.
The only one I can think of was in the understudy when Elaine goes out to eat with Peterman. He says Italian Capto Oxfords.
There, that's the product.
Okay. And now we have the Norwegian ice fishing vest. We check in with George, who has found a way to appear busy at work by always looking annoyed. When you look annoyed all the time, people think that you're busy. And he gives an example. Yes, he looks very busy.
I love that. Yeah, you do. And then George says, I know what I'm doing. So nonchalant.
What do you think of this?
I agree. He really does look busy.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. I wonder if other people have tried this, in real life to see if Simmons is doing great job today. He's always looking busy.
I actually, this might be a huge mistake. I would recommend this. I mean, depending on your job.
True.
I think after a while, just like Wilhelm in this episode, you would get concerned for the person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's brilliant, really. In fact, Wilhelm gave George one of those little stress dolls, which I always thought was a throwaway line in this episode. We'll come back to it later, right?
Not yes, sir. We will.
Okay.
Did you notice George gets up from the table and goes to work, and he's like scarfing down a bagel or something. Every line he delivers, mouthful of bagel, but he doesn't put any money down. He just walks out, still in mid chew. Typical George.
Yes. So Elaine has to come up with some story for the Himalayan walking shoe for the catalog, but she forgot that she has a guest coming in for a few days. This marathon runner, you know this guy, Jean-Paul.
Oh, Jean-Paul.
Okay, hang on a second. I think Elaine and Jerry both say Jean-Paul. Did you think that was his full name?
Yeah, I did.
Like, first name Jean-Paul, last name Jean-Paul?
Yeah.
And you still do?
Well, don't they call him Jean-Paul throughout the episode?
I think they just call him Jean-Paul.
So why say it twice?
Well,
it seems odd for him to have the same first and last name.
Well, there was a family friend, growing up. He was from, I think, Nigeria, and his last name, like the family last name, was also his first name.
Okay.
It was repeated.
Okay.
Like Jean-Paul.
So what are you getting at?
Well, I'm getting at, it makes sense, like it's not unprecedented, but I always assumed Jerry and Elaine here were just repeating his name.
Because it's fun to say?
I guess, yeah.
I thought it was two names.
A first and last.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, put it out to our listeners. I'm, again, big Matt moment here, maybe. I just wanted to throw it out there. Wait, you just said you think it's his first and his last name.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's just his name, Jean-Paul, like we don't know his last name.
Oh, so we're on different sides then.
Yeah.
Okay, proceed.
Okay. Apparently, Elaine met Jean-Paul when she was working at Pendant, editing a book on running. He's actually known as this guy who overslept at the Olympics 4 years ago, missed the marathon. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yeah, he's Trinidadian and Tobagan.
Why does she like that?
She's a clever chickadee. She's so enthused, by her response. Because a toboggan.
Oh, like the racing thing?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go, monkey boy. So Olympics 4 years ago. This would have been 1992 Summer Games in Barcelona. We'll see that.
Yes.
Referenced later, but keep that in mind.
Okay, right on. Jerry can't fathom how someone could oversleep, and since this is Jean-Paul's first race in 3 years, Jerry also, put some pressure on Elaine. It's a big responsibility to wake him up on time. And before we leave, Judy, a neighbor of Elaine's, comes in pushing a stroller. And Vinny, I didn't realize she was married.
She's not. And the guy just took off. Don't tell anyone.
Who am I going to tell?
I know, it's just something you say. Boy, that information won't come back later. Judy is played by Susan Isaacs, and she's known for her picture was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but she was in The War of the Roses, Scrooged, and most recently, at least for me, 3 episodes of Parks and Rec.
Oh, very nice. You're a big fan of that show.
Love it.
Getting back to that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles role, because, we are approaching Thanksgiving, so that's a Thanksgiving movie. She is, we don't want to get into spoilers here, but John Candy has a picture that he shows to Steve Martin throughout the movie, and she's the woman in that photo.
That's the girl.
Anyways, next scene, we are at Yankee Stadium. George is just reading the paper at work when he notices a fly buzzing around, and he tries to swat it when Wilhelm pops in to drop off an assignment folder. And how would you describe George's facial reactions?
Peeved.
Yeah. This jackass face. You just want to... He looks very annoyed, right? He's playing it up. And as Wilhelm steps out, George finds the fly in the wall, and he starts smacking it repeatedly with the folder. And Wilhelm sees this freak out from the hallway, and he just shakes his head.
There's sympathy from Mr. Wilhelm. That George, that kid was trying so hard.
Yes. Next scene, we are at
Jerry's. One other thing. Back it up. Beep, 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 beep. Notice now, George got Mr. Morgan's all his work, right? But yet he's in the same office.
Oh, no, he says that we didn't mention it earlier. He says the work starts when the season starts. Mm-hmm.
But he's still a lot more responsibility, not much more money. Mm-hmm. But I thought he would have moved to Mr. Morgan's office.
No, yeah, not at all.
Okay. Maybe he likes to feel tucked in, nestled in,
Next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment. Jerry and George are debating how Jean-Paul could oversleep at the Olympics. And what's George's bet and what's Jerry's bet?
George bets he got you know what it is? AM PM got mixed up. Jerry's money's on the snooze. Bet he hit the snooze for an extra 5, never came back on.
What's your reason for oversleeping? Are you guilty of this? You seem to be very punctual.
I'm known for setting multiple alarms. I usually set at least 10 alarms on my iPhone.
10? Oh, I see what you mean.
And okay. I set, so like they're set, 7 to 8 minutes apart from each other. Uh-huh. So in addition to having hit the snooze, 7 minutes later, there's going to be another new alarm. And then if I really got to be somewhere, I'll use the table alarm as a backup.
Now, do you keep the phone next to you in bed, or do you have it across the hall? Or
like it's by my head in bed.
Okay. Snooze is my problem. Big time.
Yeah.
On the phone, on the alarm clock. Even getting out of bed, I'll snooze it and I'll go back to bed. Well, Kramer enters to fill up a bucket in Jerry's sink and starts ranting about how he doesn't trust alarm clocks. He uses a mental alarm instead. He sets his head for 6:45 and he gets up. Now, how do you feel about this? Is this something you could do? It sounds like you need the physical phone to get you up.
I personally think this is a crockish. But I will say, when you have like a job interview or something really important the next morning, I feel like the anxiety or just the anticipation of that event, there is some sort of internal clock that will get you up, 5 minutes before your alarm's supposed to go off. So maybe there's something to it.
Oh, for sure. If I really quiet my mind before I fall asleep and set the intention, like you have to wake up early, I will wake up early. It's not right on the dot, but it is very exciting whenever you wake up a minute or two before your alarm goes off.
Oh, it's totally zen.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
There's I guess 2 things. I like Kramer. Actually, no, it's not really related to this, but doesn't Kramer have this air about him like he's such a know-it-all?
Oh, sure.
Like
we've been tracking that since the beginning.
Well, it's similar to like, I faked it. Like Jerry and George or Jerry and Elaine are talking about something and Kramer will chime in. And
he's at the sink too.
Exactly, same thing. And now he's like, alarm clocks, never use them. Not for me. It's just, something to notice.
Oh, man.
And have you seen this meme circulating with Yoda where he's awake, but he's kind of laying down and it says the Force awakens? And then the next panel is him sleeping saying the Force needs 5 more minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Very cute.
Well, Vinny, why is Kramer filling up the bucket? He doesn't have any running water?
I don't ask those kinds of questions anymore.
Okay. We've definitely entered that new phase of Jerry being very aware of how the show works,
Yeah. The show, I used to say making fun of itself, but it's almost paying tribute to itself. Mm-hmm. This is the character of Kramer. You don't ask those questions because, of course, he's not going to have running water in his apartment.
I'm too tired. So one of Kramer's friends, Lomez, just sold him his hot tub. It's actually in Kramer's living room. It's got these high-volume Accusage jets oscillating and pulsating, soothing your every aching muscle.
The water's going to get over 120 degrees.
Is that tolerable?
Oh, it's tolerable.
Is that the same temperature the coffee that scalded him?
I think it's a little cooler than that. More callbacks.
Mm-hmm. So Jerry asks, is that the same temperature? I want to know, is that the same bucket on the mailman's head?
I think it is.
We're blind to their tyranny.
Betty?
He's probably got a metal bucket. What am I saying? This joke, though, about Kramer maybe not having running water made me think of, he has the shower head, so he does,
yes. Well, that comes later, though, so maybe he had it installed after this issue.
Good point. But then later in the Serenity Now, remember he hooks up the hose?
Oh, to Jerry's sink? Oh, we're back to no water.
And then, I forget the episode, but it's that the cold open montage when Jerry leaves and Kramer has like free reign of the apartment. He hooks up the hose again there for something. Like there's a fire in the bedroom.
Oh, you're right. Well, because that's Jerry's.
That's Jerry's bedroom,
apartment,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Kramer and water. All sorts of things are going on.
So that doesn't really count, but whatever. A big name drop here, Lomez. One of Kramer's imaginary friends.
Well, it's one of the friends we never see. Mm-hmm. How come I never meet any of these friends of yours?
They want to know why they haven't met you.
Is this the first mention of Lomez?
It is. Now, I think Bob Sacamano, he's been mentioned before. He is Kramer's number one friend.
Perhaps best friend.
But Lomez is a close second. I
think earlier there was a Corky Ramirez.
Yes.
Not Ramirez, but Ramirez. They played pachinko. I feel like Corky Ramirez was replaced with Lomez, and now we get all these Lomez drops.
For sure. There are a couple of other friends. I think he mentioned Len Nicodemo.
Yep, he had the gout.
Mm-hmm. And then
Jay Riemenschneider.
Probably my favorite one. I love that last name, Riemenschneider. And then this one's not as classic, but Doug, his cop buddy, gives him the tape.
Oh, yeah.
And the Frogger. But Lomez mentions here, I thought this was interesting. Run through this real quick. In the Fatigues, when Kramer prepares a food for the Jewish singles night, he says that Lomez is an Orthodox Jew, from the old school. And then in The Voice, Darren, the intern, takes notes because Kramer is meeting a Mr. Lomez. Doesn't want to miss anything. In The Slicer, Lomez blew his neighbor's circuit when he left his alarm on. Hey, the alarm. And then later, when the automatic feeder gets turned off, he's like, that's the same thing that happened to Lomez. Betrayal. This is the closest I think we get to meeting Lomez. Kramer is waiting for him outside of a porta potty.
When
Newman rolls up with the model. Lomez, I'll meet you later. And then in The Apology, Kramer is preparing food in his shower with the garbage disposal, and he's on the phone with Lomez when he gets a clog.
Oh, that's right. Look at you. You did your homework.
I did.
There's one other character that we forgot from an old episode. I think it's the Suicide. Suicide? But Spectre.
Oh, of course. Yes.
But Spectre knows Jerry. Like they all know each other. It's not just one of Kramer's friends, so that may not count.
Okay.
But it is a friend that's off screen that we don't see that gave Kramer a gift.
For sure. And there were a couple of other people that he mentions, but they're not like him. It's not debated whether they exist. Like Marty Benson.
The
Gatorade on the head.
What about his imaginary girlfriend uptown?
Oh, not Marlene.
Not Evelyn. Madeline.
Madeline. All right. Next scene, we're at Monk's, and here we go. This is when Jerry meets the one and only Jean-Paul.
Jerry, this is Jean-Paul.
Hi, Jean-Paul. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry about the Olympics.
Me too.
Listen, I'm going to go call work, see if I can get my deadline extended. I can't come up with anything for this thing.
Catalog writer's block?
Yeah, that's funny.
So what happened? Snooze alarm, wasn't it?
No, man, it wasn't the snooze. Most people think it was the snooze, but no snooze.
AM, PM.
Man, it wasn't the AM, PM. It was the volume.
The volume.
Yes, the volume. There was a separate knob for the radio alarm.
Separate knob.
Yes, separate knob. Why separate knob? Why separate knob?
Some people like to have the radio alarm a little louder than the radio.
Oh, please, man, please.
Don't worry, it's not going to happen again. Not if I have anything to say about it. Elaine, what's the alarm clock situation at your house?
Jerry,
It's a simple question.
I've got an alarm, okay?
That old one? Didn't I once miss a flight to Cleveland because of that alarm clock?
Flight to Cleveland.
It works.
Elaine?
It works.
I'm telling you, Jean-Paul, if you will, is going to steal the show this episode, and here's Exhibit A.
Yes. Oh, dude. I mean, next week we're getting the Soup Nazi, right? One of the most popular, if not the most popular character to come out of Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
But Jean-Paul is so damn quotable. I mean, every scene he's in.
Now that you mention it, we got Soup Nazi on deck for next week. I'm kind of sad that this episode didn't have a title related to Jean-Paul. Mm-hmm. They could have had like the Olympian or the marathon runner, the marathon man.
The marathon man.
But what I was, aside from every one of Jean-Paul's lines being so quotable, that accent he does is so fun. You notice like Jerry's leadoff line to Jean-Paul? Sorry about the Olympics. And then, so what happened?
Yeah, he can't wait to talk to this guy.
No tact.
Let's just mention the classic Jean-Paul lines here, right? I mean, right out the gate, it wasn't the AM PM, it was the volume.
Mm-hmm. Then you got, yes, separate knob. Why separate knob? Why separate knob?
And then not as popular, but still a classic. Oh, please, man, please.
And then finally, the subtle flight to Cleveland. Flight to Cleveland also relates to, or at least you can infer that Jerry and Elaine were dating at the time when, didn't I miss a flight to Cleveland because of that alarm? Because they were sleeping over together, right?
And if you go way back to our discussion of the busboy, we theorized that the alarm clock, I think there's even a shot of it when Elaine and Eddie sleep in, and there's that amazing single shot of Elaine just, frantically packing his bag for him. We theorized that alarm clock is the one that made Jerry late.
Nice. Jeremiah Burkett plays Jean-Paul. I can't help but say Jean-Paul, so I'm going to say it for the duration of the episode. Apologies if I'm wrong.
It's all good.
But he was in LA Confidential, Evan Almighty, and then he's also known for playing Tackleberry in the Police Academy, the series, which, most people don't know it, but that means this is the second actor to play Tackleberry on Seinfeld. The first was, I think, the most well-known Tackleberry, David Graff, who also played the cop in The Pitch / The Ticket.
Very nice. I think we did the same homework.
We did.
Love that. Well, plenty more Jean-Paul scenes to come. Next scene, we are at Yankee Stadium. George is working on a crossword puzzle, and he's stuck on one. Singing duo, Captain and...
Tennille!
I go one for you, Vinny. 4-letter word, Winnie the...
Pooh!
Pooh!
No, Winnie the Pooh!
Oh. All right. Anyways, George's pen runs out of ink, and he starts banging the pen on the desk as Wilhelm enters to witness another freak out.
Well, I've got a lot to do.
A lot of that George this season.
Yeah.
Anyways, Wilhelm thinks George is having some serious issues mentally and emotionally and decides to give him a fun assignment. He's going to take out some reps from the Houston Astros and show them a good time in New York City. Now,
take care of them?
Take care of them, yeah. There was a deleted scene here, or an alternate version. So the scene played out the same way with the Houston Astros and whatnot, but the lead-in was different. Instead of George playing or filling out a crossword puzzle, Elaine and Jean-Paul would visit, which seems a little odd. I don't know why they would visit, but
because George was going to give them give Jean-Paul a tour of Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So we have a clip here we're going to play, and there's some visual stuff, but just understand that Jean-Paul sees a stress doll on George's desk, the one Wilhelm gave him, and he grabs a pair of scissors. Those are the visual cues you need.
Hey, busy man.
Hey, come on in. Whoa, what an office, man. Right in the stadium.
Yeah, it's a really nice office, Georgie.
Thanks. Sal, you ready for your tour? What is it?
Voodoo.
Oh, no. This is a little stress doll. It's a present from my boss.
Very bad.
Oh, no. It's a fun little toy. You see, you squeeze it.
No, stop it. It is not a toy. No.
What? What the hell did you do that for?
What is this?
That's what makes it squishy. At least it used to.
This is not voodoo.
I know it's not voodoo.
George, I'm very sorry. I will get you a new doll.
Oh, George, just thought I'd check in on you.
Okay, we'll meet you outside, George.
Yeah. Very busy. Busy as usual.
Oh, George, I'm concerned that you're taking your work a little too seriously these days.
Well, I got a lot to do.
No, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to just drop everything.
Voodoo!
Didn't the scene feel so awkward?
Yeah.
Does it feel off?
Yeah, it does. And also the Tennille joke that led off the scene, the actual scene, is much better than what we saw here. I don't need to see Jean-Paul go after a voodoo doll.
What's kind of cool, the video is before they added the special effects, the backdrop of Yankee Stadium. So it's just a bunch of green screen back there, which I'm sure our listeners have seen before, but it's always crazy to think, that's not just a backdrop. It's added later in post.
There's that sausage.
Wait, what?
We're seeing it get made.
Oh, okay. Next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment. Elaine got held up at work and arrives at Jerry's 40 minutes later than she was supposed to. So she heats up a muffin, the top and the stump, in the microwave, and Jerry starts grilling her for being late.
What is the problem?
Well, you said you're going to be here a certain time, and you weren't.
And this all means, what?
Well, it means that a man has come from very far away to compete in a very difficult race. He's put his faith in you, and frankly, I'm a little concerned.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am.
Hey, I'm not running in the marathon. He is.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I got enough to think about just trying to come up with some load of crap for that Himalayan walking shoe. I mean, I've given him a place to stay. I'll set an alarm, but I'm not going to turn my life completely upside down for this guy.
I'm not talking about upside down. I'm talking about waking him up.
Hey, Jean-Paul.
Hey, Jean-Paul, how was your soak? Was it a good soak?
Oh, man, very good soak. The soak of the year.
It's burning.
Oh, that's my muffin. Oh, shoot.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know. I set this thing for 20 seconds.
Oh, this was set for 2 minutes, see?
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You misset the timer.
Jean-Paul, it's not my microwave, okay? Okay? All right, listen, let's just go. Come on, Jean-Paul, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you at the race, okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, that's cute.
Kramer, I'm telling you, Elaine doesn't know what the hell she's doing. I gotta take over this whole operation.
Jerry, look how tense you are. You need to take a soak.
I'm not taking a soak in that human bacteria frap you got going there.
I'm telling you, it's great. I opened up all the windows. The air is cold. The tub is boiling hot. It's like Sweden, man. Sweden.
So initially, in the opening of this clip, it seems like Jerry really is concerned for Jean-Paul's welfare.
Frankly, I'm a little concerned.
Did you at all pick up on how heated the fight was between Jerry and Elaine? And it had a serious quality to it. There were no jokes. I'm not going to bend over backwards for this guy. That's not what I'm saying, you know? And then once Jean-Paul and Kramer come in, then it's kind of lightened with, how you doing, Jean-Paul? Good soak? Good soak? And it reminded me of kind of, two bickering parents, and then the child comes home.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to kind of deflect. Say, how was your day, Timmy?
I love the comedic pitch Jerry hits with, frankly, I'm a little concerned. Or I'm talking about waking him up. It's just so ridiculous.
But another Jean-Paul line, man, very good soak. The soak of the year.
Yeah, soak of the year. Also, you misset the timer?
The timer? Yes.
Are we being racially insensitive here?
I don't think so, because we like the race. Anywho.
Oh, boy. Kramer is on a whole other level here. Jerry, look how tense you are. You need to take a soak.
He's all about being massaged. Think about the masseuse. He came in all loose like cream corn.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
And that last line from Kramer about Sweden, there is a bit of history with Kramer and Sweden, which I never picked up on until we started doing Seincast. In the letter, when that wealthy couple buys the Kramer painting, He's eating dinner with them, and he's telling them, hey, I hopped a steamship to Sweden when I was 17. Just last season in the race, he tries to speak Swedish to this little girl as
Can I do
Santa.
Do.
Right on.
Okay.
Which I guess is like a parody of Miracle on 34th Street, but it still tracks.
Yeah.
And then in, I guess it's, the end of this season, in the Wait Out, he says, I've got the body of a taut preteen Swedish boy when he's trying to put on the jeans.
Is Kramer of Swedish origin?
Any of our Swedish listeners know of a Kramer?
A quick Google search. Kramer is an occupational surname of Dutch or Low German origin.
Hey, Sweden's pretty far north, yeah. Never mind. Next scene, we are at Fitzpatrick's, a bar I think we're going to return to a lot in these later seasons, especially that exterior.
Won't the engagement be occurring there?
I think so. I mean, the bar looks very similar to the one in at the Improv.
Yes.
From like season 4, season 5. But
name's Mitch.
George is meeting with the 3 Houston Astro reps. Their names are Zeke, Gardner, and Clayton. How would you describe these guys?
Jovial, a zest for life, and
lots of drinking.
Lots of drinking and very loose with what's the word?
Well, they're calling each other sons of bitches and bastards. Yep.
This scene and these characters are what make this episode so great for me.
Oh, really?
I adore this because my dad really took to these characters so much that it became a regular part of his greeting when he answers the phone. So when somebody calls now, how are you, bastard? You know, and he still says that to this day. So I really, anytime I see this scene, I get a little, aw. And my dad was quoting Seinfeld. How cool is that?
Come on. Well, George seems kind of nervous at first. You know, he doesn't really gel with, these, I don't know if you call it macho or...
They're gruff Texans from Houston.
He's not sure how to respond, but he gets into it when Clayton says, hey, you a big drinker, George?
Well, maybe not as much as this bastard right here. He's a little bit reluctant at first because he's a city guy, tie up. But all these guys are having such a good time. Tell that bastard to bring us another round. And then finally George lets loose and he loves it.
Oh yeah, for sure. He actually opens up the tie. He's like, all right, we're doing this. Who do we got as these 3 Texans?
I actually found an error the way they're credited on IMDb. Okay. So the way I'll tell you what I have. Leon Russum plays Clayton. He is the one sitting next to George.
Sorry. Yeah.
He was in True Grit, The Big Lebowski, and he was a regular on Prison Break. The character, he's credited as Gardner, but I will contend that he is Zeke. He's the guy that says, tell that bastard to bring us another round.
Mm-hmm. He's on the far left.
He's closest to us, yes, the viewer.
White buzz cut.
Yeah. He's played by Charles Cyphers, and this guy was in Halloween 1 and 2, The Fog, and Escape from New York. A lot of horror movies he's done.
Yeah, real quick, he has been in a ton of John Carpenter movies, and it blew my mind. I never recognized him as the Sheriff Brackett from Halloween 1 and 2, which, huge fan of The Fog and Escape, but I feel like he's best known for the Halloween movies.
You remember The Fog. And finally, the last guy is Ernie Lively. He is credited as Zeke, but he actually plays Gardner.
Okay.
And he was in American Pie 2, Turner and Hooch, Passenger 57, and Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 1 and 2.
God, a lot of sequels with these guys.
Yeah.
They are a very interesting trio of Texans here.
And this got me thinking, George, now he became enamored with these guys. He adopted one of their traits in speaking. That's how they talk in the major leagues. Bastard, son of a bitch. Can you think of any more instances where George adopted the trait of a character who he respected or admired? I can think of 2 right now.
Step off? You told her to step off?
There's one.
And the other one was more recent.
I'm shocked you got that one because that was the one I thought you would miss. There's another one that's more blatant. Punching you in the face.
Oh, Jimmy.
Attaboy.
All right.
George likes his chicken spicy.
Well, we cut over to Kramer's apartment. Kramer is disrobing, and he gets into his hot tub. Temperature is up.
He's in his 90. Not really.
Not anymore. Temperature is up to 105, and we get this nice wide shot of a very relaxed and very naked Michael Richards in the hot tub.
Oh no, are we recording? We're good.
And then later we cut to the morning. Kramer has fallen asleep. The temperature has fallen to 52, and he can barely speak. He starts moaning, screaming. That's good.
Thanks.
Really, how do you do that? I don't get it.
I go ha, and then I shake.
You just open your mouth and out it comes? We get an act break, and then we're at Monk's. Jerry is having lunch with Jean-Paul and is concerned. He's a little concerned that he's staying at Elaine's for the big race tomorrow.
What are you saying?
I'm saying get the hell out of there. Jerry wants to set him up in a hotel, so he'll be near the starting line, and most importantly...
You'll have a wake-up call, Jean-Paul. A wake-up call.
A wake-up call?
These people never fail. They sit in a room with a big clock all night long just waiting to make that call.
Again, can't believe I never made that connection to the wink. I'm just nice call. Last time I'll say it.
Oh, you stupid. What a... Don't leave that in.
Jean-Paul still decides to stay with Elaine. It would be rude. I can't do the voice. And George enters.
Hey, you bastards.
Hey, so how's the meeting?
You know, I really like those sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches?
Yeah, that's how they talk. You know, everyone's either a bastard or a son of a bitch. Yeah, it's like, boy, that son of a bitch Boggs can really hit, huh?
Really?
Yeah, that's how they talk in the major league.
Hey. How many sweaters you got on?
Oh, 4. Yeah, could I have a cup of tea? Boiling.
What's going on?
I fell asleep in the hot tub, and the heat pump broke. Water went down to 58 degrees. I can't get my core temperature back up.
Your core temperature?
Here, feel my hand. Here, feel.
This son of a bitch is ice cold.
I think that might be the best delivery and line of the show that we just capped off that clip.
This son of a bitch is ice cold. We need to do like a voting, like a poll on Twitter for the best Jean-Paul quote. What's in the running? Why
I think all the ones we've just separate knob, the volume, and
son of a bitch is ice cold.
Yeah. Please, man, please.
Soca de year.
Soca de year.
You can only do 4, so we might have to narrow it down.
Okay.
But we'll get through the rest of this episode.
Okay. Jean-Paul is really pleased with himself when he is able to use son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's fitting in with everyone.
Among the Americans.
Yeah, for sure. That mention of, oh boy, that son of a bitch Boggs can really hit, huh? Mm. Whenever I hear Wade Boggs' name from now on, I always think of It's Always Sunny.
Oh, yeah, he was the focal point of one of the episodes, right?
Yeah, just getting drunk on the plane.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, boy. Yeah, great scene. 10 or 12 years ago, I visited New York for the first time, and I took a bus tour. It was in March, and it was pretty cold outside. You know, it wasn't freezing, but it was brisk. And I sat on the upper floor of the bus, and it was exposed. And when you're driving around the city, you know, going 30 miles an hour with a chill in the air, dude, I think I got hypothermia. I was so cold afterwards.
Hypothermia.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was shaking for over an hour. I went into the M&M store, and I remember just standing there, like, shaking uncontrollably.
Aww.
And I thought I had to go to the doctor. It eventually went away, but...
Matt, this isn't a hangout. Take it outside.
Yes. I might have mentioned that before, but I always feel bad for Kramer whenever he gets cold. Anyways, next scene, we are on an airplane. The Texans are on their flight back to Houston, getting drunk. and they decide to call George at his office. And here we go. We finally get a clip of these guys.
Hello? Is that you, George? Yeah, it's me. Is this Clayton? Well, listen, you son of a bitch. You know where we are? 30,000 feet above your head, you bastard. What are they doing letting you bastards on an airplane? Don't they know that's against FAA regulations? Hey, hush up now. I can't hear him. Shh. Listen, I want you guys to send along those agreements the minute you land. Our boys can't wait to kick your butts. When's that bastard coming to Houston? Hey, Zeke wants to know when you Yankee bastards are coming to Houston. Hey, you tell that son of a bitch no Yankee is ever coming to Houston. Not as long as you bastards are running things. Hey, now speak up, George. I can't hear you. You tell that son of a bitch no Yankee is ever coming to Houston. Not as long as you bastards are running things. George!
Get a hold of yourself, Mr. Will. What's the matter with you?
I love George's second delivery of that line. You tell that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's just the emphasis is so good.
Mm-hmm. And I love Mr. Wilhelm because he's kind of out of the loop the whole episode. He really thinks George is having a rough go of it. And, he sympathizes with George, but now he's realized he's lost it. George!
He's like stuttering. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, love me those Texans.
No, it's funny. I like the Texan characters, but there's something about Clayton's line that really annoys me when he's like, you know where we are? 30,000 feet above your head, you bastard.
What's wrong with that?
There's something about that delivery that really, I don't know, it irks me for some reason.
You don't like to laugh and feel joy? Is that what it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So we cut over to Elaine's office, and first time we're seeing her work at Peterman, right?
Yeah. What?
She's working on her write-up for the Himalayan walking shoe, and how far has she gotten?
It was a cold winter's night in Timbuktu.
And then we get that great, slow zoom as she grabs the shoe and just starts squeezing it in frustration. And later we cut to Elaine's building, the hallway right outside of her apartment. John Paul is about to enter when Judy leaves her place with a stroller right across the hall.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a friend of Elaine's.
Oh, hi.
Oh, look at the cute little bastard. You are mommy's little bastard, aren't you?
Hell are you doing harassing my tenants?
Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. I'm just trying to be friendly.
All right, that's it. Let's go.
Well, man, I got a race tomorrow.
That last line.
Man, I got a race tomorrow. That one?
Yeah.
Or look at the cute little bastard.
Well, I feel like that's probably the more classic line, but there's something about the actor's movements, in the final shot. And
he's being manhandled, pushed out of the building.
That, and it's like an ADR too.
Oh, okay.
It's just funny. I got a race tomorrow.
That manager or building manager, remember him because he's going to come back next week. That is Tom Barry. He will also appear in the Soup Nazi next week as the same character, but he was in Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and he played the golf starter Chuck in the Weatherman episode of Curb.
Really?
The ball's on fire. The ball's on fire.
I'm trying to remember my Fast and Furious movies. I think he's an FBI agent.
You're right.
Something like that. But he is known as Tom in the Soup Nazi. So if anyone wants to, if anyone cares. Hello, anyone?
Move-in days on Sunday, right? Or there's no move-in day on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Hey, he turned down Elaine's nice face discount. I don't like this character already.
Now, it's possible Judy moved, after this episode.
Of course. She was embarrassed, and Mr. Potato Guy ended up moving in, right?
Yeah, so that's what I was getting at. I thought Mr. Potato Guy lived across the hall from when she wants, or when Putty wants her to steal the newspaper.
Come on, get it. Your whole building smells like potatoes.
That's a lot of potatoes. So next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment. Jerry and George enter. It's like a furnace, just completely overheated. Kramer's wrapped in a blanket with gloves and thick boots on the couch.
I'm freezing.
So Kramer's waiting for this heat pump to arrive for his hot tub, and it's actually waiting for him in the hallway. He ordered the biggest one they had, industrial strength, 16,000 BTUs.
I totally forgot they used BTUs yet again. If we refer back to the glasses, Kramer got the air conditioner, which was 12,000 BTUs of raw cooling power.
And the phone rings. Jerry tells the voice on the other end that he can be there in 10 minutes. He hangs up. And it reminded me kind of like Adam West Batman. You know, he just marches off to get ready.
I got the call.
Jean-Paul?
Jean-Paul. George
is like, yes.
Yeah.
So here we go. Cut over to the Hotel Bedford as I would argue the best scene of the episode, as Jean-Paul is trying to get ready for bed.
Very lucky to find this hotel, Jean-Paul.
And I just want to get some sleep.
All right, let's check out the clock. Not good. 6:50. Volume check. What kind of music you want to wake up to? Top 40, classical?
Whatever.
How about adult contemporary?
Fine, adult contemporary. Just pick one.
All right. We're going with adult contempo. Now, the fail-safe. The wake-up guy.
Yes, the wake-up guy.
Front desk.
Yes, this is room 419. I'd like a wake-up call for 6:50 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
That's room 419, 6:50 a.m. 419er.
Yes, I got it, sir. You only had to say it once.
I know, but it's a very important wake-up call, and I don't want to take any chances.
Every wake-up call I make is important. You're no more important than any of our guests.
Well, I just don't want to get into a whole thing with you here.
Now you're through.
Yeah, I am, but I just fit.
What is it?
I think I offended the wake-up guy.
No,
I did. I think he's got it in for me.
But he doesn't have it in for you.
What if he doesn't call now out of spite?
It is his job.
I'm not comfortable.
For God's sake.
Jean-Paul is quite fed up with Jerry at this point.
I love that last line, just like how he's kicking the blanket off.
Yeah, twice.
And Jerry immediately springs to action and starts packing.
He's kind of oblivious too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is great. Adult contempo. It is his job.
That's a great one. We're just gonna move backwards here. I love when Jerry hangs up the phone. You know, are you through? And he's just sitting there, and Jean-Paul's just waiting for it. What is it?
Yeah, he knows.
Think I offended the wake-up guy. Earlier in the scene, though, when Jerry is checking the music, like, let's check out the clock, notch good, volume check. What is that song playing? When it's like, boom, 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 boom. Jerry's dancing in place.
Yeah, I don't know the song.
Someone tweeted us years ago, this might have been back during season 2 or 3, with a link, like a YouTube link to that song. And I can't find the tweet. I don't know who wrote it. But if anyone out there knows the name of the song or has a link to it online, we'd love to have it, because I want to play it on our show at some point.
It'd be nice to have a soundtrack of all the songs that are... There's a Spotify playlist of songs that have been referenced in Seinfeld, but these are like the B-sides.
Oh, yeah.
That you really got to dig deep to find, which we apparently don't want to do the work for.
Well, it's very possible that Jonathan Wolf created the song, but I believe the link that was sent to us was an original tune.
It actually reminds me of remember on The Simpsons when they had that commercial for the Canyonero? Mm-hmm. It was like the SUV. Mm-hmm. Canyonero. Yeah. I think of sure. That song as the Canyonero song, but that's completely wrong.
What do you think of this scene, though? Is this? I guess you like the Texans maybe a little bit more than Jean-Paul. Yeah. But I just love this scene so much.
Yeah, it is good. And I gotta say, I think Peter Dinklage was a lot nicer than this wake-up call guy.
Oh, that's right. We should have said that to Rose. We actually know who does this voice on the phone.
You remember the Dink.
Next scene, we are at Elaine's apartment. Very brief here. She arrives home and starts panicking when she can't find Jean-Paul. And she calls Jerry to leave a message and then heads over to Judy's, who is not happy to see her. Judy starts laying into her, told her all about the baby in confidence. Now your friend knew all about it.
Jerry.
That's something to note, too. We've had Jerry say Newman, throughout the series.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a George or a Jerry?
There's been a George, yeah.
There has been, okay. But this is the first time I think someone says Jerry's name.
I think so.
Yeah, anyways.
It's hard to keep track.
A shout out to listener and trivia champ Adam. We've played a voicemail of his on the show before. He pointed out in a voicemail this week that we can't get to at the moment that there's kind of a blooper in this scene. Did you notice this?
I did notice it upon first watch, and it kind of blew my mind because it was the first time I had seen it.
You want to walk us through it?
Yeah, when Elaine knocks on the door to talk to Judy, Judy opens it, and as she steps out, the door is closing on her, and her arms are at her side. All of a sudden, you see the door pull back open, as if somebody is behind her pulling the door back open. And apparently the reason they did that is because there needed to be that angle to have the over-the-shoulder shot to see Elaine's reaction. But I guess they didn't want to reshoot the scene. But there's this phantom opening of the door.
I never noticed this, so props to you, to Adam.
Well done, Adam.
It's really obvious once you notice it because the door is clearly closed, and then it just...
And there's no chance of Judy doing it because her arms are at her side, and she's not kicking it.
For sure. All right, next scene, we are at Jerry's apartment. Jean-Paul is really fed up as they arrive back at home base. He needs to get some sleep. Left the comfortable hotel bed for this.
That wake-up guy was trouble.
So, as we pointed out earlier, Jean-Paul gets the couch with a blanket, and Jerry pops over to Kramer's, who's running his industrial heat pump. Sounds like a generator. It's really loud. He's almost up to 80 degrees, so it's barely heating the hot tub.
For the industrial strength, I thought it would have worked a little bit better than that.
Yeah, in an hour, but it's going to be running for a while, apparently. Anyways, Jerry asks Kramer, hey, set your mental alarm for 6:30.
Done.
I'm so glad you did the... When Michael does it, it is like a punch to the face. It's so... heavy. How does he do that?
I have no idea. Maybe he moistens the rim of his lips. I have no idea how he gets it to pop like that.
I think it's the Serenity Now episode where he's struggling with the bag. He's trying to open something.
Yeah.
And he does the there, and it's so loud. God almighty. Anyways, next scene, Elaine is walking down the sidewalk, very concerned about Jean-Paul missing. And we get some voiceover here. It kind of feels like the driving scene in Psycho.
He's put his faith in you. He's put his faith in you.
I trust in Yin. She is my friend. I trust in Yin. She is my friend.
Frankly, I'm a little concerned.
I'm exhausted. I've been on this street 1,000 times. It's never looked so strange. The face is so cold. In the distance, a child is crying. Fatherless. A bastard child, perhaps. My back aches. My heart aches. But my feet are resilient. Thank God I took off my heels and put on my Himalayan walking shoes.
I really love Andy Ackerman's work when he can do scenes like this.
Mm-hmm.
I know, just so creative. We haven't seen something like this on Seinfeld before.
Yeah, definitely up the ante when he kind of took over the helm as director.
Mm-hmm. It's great. And here we go. Himalayan walking shoe, another Peterman product. It's official. Now, when we hear those clips from Jerry and Jean-Paul, do you ever find yourself quoting those?
Oh, yeah.
I trust Elaine. She is my friend. I trust Elaine.
He's put his faith in you. Put his faith in you. faith in you.
No, what's weird is, frankly, I'm a little concerned in the faith line. Those were said, but I trust Elaine. She is my friend. We never heard Jean-Paul say that.
That's true.
Right. So what's going on?
Could it, it's a great trick. Maybe it was cut from additional dialogue and they just used it, or it was just an added line for the voiceover.
I confused it with I will stay with Elaine. It would be rude.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if that would work in that scene. No, Vinny, even though we, obsess over Seinfeld, every once in a while we'll be really surprised, blown away by a deleted scene that we never knew existed. Were you as surprised as I was that the rabbi character returned for this episode?
I was, Matthew, surprised to learn the rabbi appeared in this episode, but his scene was cut due to time constraints.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Bruce Mailer is here, everyone.
Hey, how you doing? Yes, Elaine was walking down the street and she bumped into the rabbi, and it was very similar to a previous bumping into. How does this evening find you, Elaine? Mm-hmm. Are you going to play the scene?
I'm not. I actually don't have the audio. And
good.
It's all right. It's not that good, but...
What we learned from this deleted scene, though, is that the rabbi was continuing his gossipy ways, and he had heard about Elaine living with a guy in an interracial relationship. And he, of course, went on to spread the news to all the people in the neighborhood. He also informed Elaine that he knew about this bastard child in 2B.
It's horrible. Judy said to Elaine earlier, I told you about that baby in confidence, and your friend knew all about it. And I think that works in the context of the episode without this deleted scene. But knowing that the rabbi was sort of spreading these rumors about Elaine and her quote unquote friend living with her, I don't know. It tracks from that as well.
Yeah, I really wish this one would have got kept in, because this was kind of a cool. Again, connecting previous episodes with the rabbi and having Bruce Mailer appear one more time. So, but we get to see it now.
Mm-hmm. If I can find the clip on YouTube, I'll include the deleted scenes in our show notes. Next scene, though, oh man, another classic. Jean-Paul is asleep on the couch. He's got 2 alarm clocks, near him. I think they're on the table. They're reading 4:02, and over at Kramer's, the heat pump is still going when it blows all the fuses, causing the electricity in the building to go out. And a few hours later, Jerry wakes up in bed to a room filled with sunlight.
4:02.
Wake up! Double! The electricity went out! Wake up! We gotta go! It's 8:47! 8:47! Come on! Just put your clothes on! You'll get dressed in the car! Idiot! I trusted you! Kramer, what happened in the building? The electricity went out!
Yeah, the heat pump blew all the fuses.
What happened to your mental alarm?
Well, I guess I hit the snooze.
Jean-Paul, wake up!
I love this, dude. One of my favorite Jerry moments of all time. I love this.
This is like the equivalent of Elaine in that scene where she carried it with Eddie when she was trying to get him to the airport.
Very
slept
similar.
in. Here's Jerry kind of freaking out, and he's in his pajamas. And my favorite part is when he goes to wake up Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul's still sleeping, and Jerry rocks him back and forth, and Jean-Paul looks at him with such horror and fright on his face. That's good acting.
Your face is the perfect angle, because, you're just looking up and terror just slowly dawns on his face.
And then he finally realizes what happened.
8:47!
Idiot! I trusted you!
Yeah, that's a good one, too. Wake up! All right. And I like how Kramer just kind of strolls into the apartment like nothing's wrong.
He's bundled up like a burrito. And as Jerry tries to kind of scooch past him to get out of the apartment, he knocks Kramer over. But Kramer has no arms to brace himself because he's swaddled. And he falls down. And you see Jean-Paul staring at him as he's trying to put on his sneakers. Oh, there's another Jean-Paul quote coming up, too, which is a fun one.
Well, before we move on, one of our listeners, Chris McGuffin.
Christmas Guffin?
Well, before we move on, you love doing that. Anyways, Chris McGuffin tweeted at us that it's possible Kramer is wearing Himalayan walking shoes in this scene.
Oh, yeah. I noticed those.
It's like a winter boot with some of that fur right around the edge. I compared the two. They're different colors, but it's definitely the same type of boot.
Oh, I side with Chris. That's the men's version. She had the ladies' version.
All right. There you go. Good catch there, Chris. Next scene, we are at the marathon. The race has already started. And as Jerry and Jean Paul push through the crowd, they eventually get through. And, it's like, come on, I got a contender. And I love how Jean Paul just takes a break and he thanks Jerry for the great driving.
Fantastic route, man.
All right, go. It's a race. Was that the line?
I like the fantastic route line. That's my favorite.
And that feels very Seinfeldian too. It's, high stakes, very dramatic, and he can just stop to be like, hey, your driving is excellent.
Yeah.
And routes and how to get places quickly, that tracks throughout all of Seinfeld.
I would have thought that would have been a George thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the Tappan Sea Bridge, spotting those raccoons.
Sure.
But did you guys notice the security guard at the event? He has the one little line, hey, hold it. Go ahead. But
Nailed
that
it.
is thank you. That is Jeff Miller.
No, that's what he said.
Okay. Jeff Miller plays the security guard. He is also Jason Alexander's stand-in. So we previously saw this fella in The Kiss Hello. He was the man in Lift. He was the guy in the elevator.
His name was Paul, actually.
Paul.
Paul, could you hold that elevator?
Oh, yeah. And then, so Hot Tub, and then English Patient, he plays Neil. He out-Neiled him.
I win.
And he has credits in the following episodes as a stand-in: The Muffin Tops, The Merv Griffin Show, The Betrayal, and The Dealership. But I thought he would have appeared in more. Maybe just didn't get credit for it.
I think that's just an IMDb thing. But yeah, he was pretty much Jason's stand-in for, I think, seasons 6 through 9.
Okay. And the scene also reminded me of Jerry, George, and Elaine actually went to go watch the New York City Marathon in the apartment.
Yes, you're right.
You're all winners.
Damn, that's early on. Good call. Can't believe I didn't catch that.
Thanks, dog.
Next scene, we are at Yankee Stadium. Steinbrenner has George stop by because he's heard that he's been cracking under the pressure. Can't cope. Can't stand the heat. Spit the bit. The big guy used to be like George. What would Steinbrenner do when he was stressed out?
Berate personnel. Call managers on the field during the game. Threaten to move the team to New Jersey just to upset people.
And then he found a way to relax. 2 words.
Hot tub.
Doesn't this fit in nicely with real-life Steinbrenner, who was a bit erratic?
Oh, yeah. That was very good Newman. Yes, absolutely.
So then our final scene here, we are at the marathon. Jerry, Elaine, and Kramer are on the sideline waiting for the runners to pass. Important to note here that Kramer is wearing his coat, gloves, and hat still, but he has a thermos of tea, and he's drinking out of a paper cup. So Elaine's really upset, about the whole Judy thing, and Jerry denies telling anyone about the baby. And when Elaine asks how she found out, then Jerry says, "Oh, check with a rabbi."
Oh, there you go. So it's funny they reference the rabbi here, and you're like, "Oh yeah, the rabbi is the gossipy fellow who lives in her building." So you kind of buy it, but man, that scene would have been much more powerful if we got to see him. But that's okay.
But it totally works, I think.
Yeah, just a little bonus that we got a little extra Bruce Mailer there.
Anyways, a group of runners appear in the distance with Jean Paul in the lead. He's got a mile to go to the finish line. And we get this, great dramatic moment. The audio drops out except for his breathing and the heartbeat. All of these fans reach out holding paper cups of water for him to splash on his face. But, of course, he grabs Kramer's cup of hot tea. And poor Jean Paul, man. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I love this ending.
As do I.
It's so sad, but it's so satisfying.
Yeah, the dovetailing of Jean Paul's story with Kramer, like they were kind of connected throughout the show, but I did not see this coming when I first watched this. In typical Seinfeldian fashion, the main, the subject character of this episode did not get, he didn't win.
Yeah.
He lost.
Big time.
It's Rocky 1. We stood there, tears streaming down our faces.
Oh, God.
I think this is awesome. It's funny when I saw this ending and I was going through my notes today, I didn't know who wrote the episode yet, and I thought it was Larry David because of how good the dovetail was.
Yeah.
So that's a compliment to Andy Robin and Greg Kevitt.
Yeah, really. They're moving up my list as favorite writers.
Yeah.
Again, I think I'm still a bigger fan of older Seinfeld from like seasons 4 and 5. But when it comes to these later seasons, man, this writing duo is just incredible. Let's move on to the final clip, really the final clip from this week's episode. It's over the credits. George and Steinbrenner are in a hot tub together, the Georges, and George Costanza looks very uncomfortable. It's one of those hot tubs that like the people kind of sit, they're face
adjacent to each other. I didn't realize that they made ones like that where your feet, like there's a little canal for your feet to go, and then the other person, your feet's by their butt and your butt's by their feet.
How you enjoying it, George? Melts that tension away, doesn't it? You gotta get that jet on the good spot. Oh, yes, that feels good. Yes, that's real good. Oh yeah, that's where I keep all my tension. Right under that chicken bone. Sometimes I'll get my wife to just stick her thumb right in there like a screwdriver. The Phillips head, not the flat one. Oh God, those flat ones frustrate me. You got it in, but it slips out. You put it in again, it slips out again. You a single man, George?
Well, I just recently...
I'll tell you, if you want to get something wild going on in your life, you got a girl and bring her in one of these things. It's like 4 shots of wild turkey. She'll think you're Hopalong Cassidy. Terrible about that Mickey Mantle, wasn't it? We used to talk. I don't think you like me very much,
My favorite part of that rant is the, you got to get in a good spot. That's where I keep all my attention. Right down to that chicken bone.
Oh, I like the oh. And then you see Lee Bear kind of react to Larry David's oh. It's always a little late.
Now that moment at the end, George is just listening and then he just sinks, beneath.
Yeah.
This got me wondering, can you think of another moment when George pretended to kill himself? We're going to end on a happy note here.
There's the blooper. Is that what you're talking about?
There's a blooper, right, where I forget the context, but George gets up on his desk and he pretends to hang himself by his tie.
Secretary. Yeah.
That's a blooper. There's a moment in the series where he pretends to kill himself.
Oh, when he finds out his parents are getting divorced and the Chinese woman.
Yes.
Tennille!
Turns on the oven, sticks his head in. All right, Vinny, let's move on to ratings and reviews.
So, what do you think?
So, Matt, how was your ep? Good ep?
Yeah, man, very good ep. The ep of the year.
I would agree with you. So far, I think this might be my favorite episode of season 7. Yep. There's only 5 to go on, but Jean Paul stole the show for me. I love that Trinidadian and Tobagan accent, and I think everybody has ample, subject matter. Yep. Every storyline is strong. They dovetail so perfectly in the end. Oh, and there's like little bits of trivia that we learned with the rabbi, and then also Zach Pfeiffer being the voice at the end of the wake up guy. Mm-hmm. So just a solid episode from start to finish. It's nice and tight.
You also have the bonus of the Texan guys. You love them.
I forgot about that. Thank you. That's a nice, thing I get to bond over with my dad when we talk to each other on the phone, or even when I just hear him answer the phone. Mm-hmm. How are you, bastard? That brings a smile to my face every time he does it. So, for all those reasons and more, I love this episode.
Yeah, I feel the same way you do, and I'm sure most of our listeners do. This is definitely a fan favorite. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite episode for season 7, but it's definitely in the running for now.
Okay.
I actually can't think of anything bad to say about the episode, really.
I got nothing. They should have left that rabbi scene in, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Could have.
But the thing you mentioned about all of the characters having, some really, good storylines, that's something we haven't really brought up during our ratings and reviews, and at least it's something we haven't really held against an episode like we did earlier.
Right.
That used to be like a criticism we had. Elaine didn't get enough, or Kramer didn't get a whole lot. This episode, not only was it hilarious, great guest star, everyone really pulled their weight, which is, again, really hard to do, like dovetailing. Very tricky to pull off.
it seems like, I mean, it's season 7, but like the Elaine character and the Kramer character, they know how to service them now.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's rare when a character gets underworked into an episode.
I think we can leave it at that, really, because we love the episode. I can't think of anything wrong with it. Can you think of anything you didn't care for?
No.
The only weird thing, and this is reaching, is
what?
Why are the circumstances how Elaine met Jean-Paul with the running book and why he's staying with her. I don't know. It's sort of silly when you think about it, but
yeah,
I don't think about it, so it doesn't really matter.
Never even thought about it until you just said it.
Yeah. Let's get to the more interesting matter. Your top 20, Vinny. Where's it going to fall?
Ooh, drum roll. I am going to insert this into my top 20. I am going to put it at number 12. In between the label maker at number 11 and the couch will move to number 13. And sadly, I am throwing the watch in the trash. It never worked. It didn't keep good time. So, adios. Bye-bye.
I'm actually going to put it at 13. I've got the Doorman at number 12 and the Fusilli Jerry at number 14, which means the couch with the poppy pea stain on it. I'm going to take it over to the Costanzas. George is going to, take the cushion and turn it over.
It's turned over.
Yeah. So, but my only other season 7 episode is the Maestro, and that's at number 20 right now.
All right.
On the chopping block.
This is all I got is Hot Tub.
Hot Tub.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please feel free to send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and now you can leave us a voicemail at Coco Bosco.
Vinny, what episode are we discussing next week?
I don't know, honey. What episode do you want to discuss? I want you to discuss anything you want because I love you so much. I want you to be happy. Okay, sweetie?
Oh, Vinny, you're so sweet.
Well, I can be a little sweetie, tweety, tweety.
Come here.
We are discussing the 6th episode of Season 7, The Soup Nazi.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Ah!